Hello and happiest of days to each of you folks. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Today I'm taking a look at the 12-page short stories in this collection for you folks. We've been reviewing all up and down the block for you folks. And this is, I'll link it to you, comments below. This is by Richard Johnston. And it's called Yeast, Hope, and Yeast, and that sort of thing too. And it's and hope too at the end. And so the idea here by Johnson is, that you are, it's getting set in the second book. All right, so basically what's happening, I just recently went back and read the Chronicles of Magnamund trilogy that was written a couple of months ago, earlier this year, that I bought online. It's a game book set in the world of Magnamund, which is an epic world. It's still beloved by fans. It was created by Joe Dever in the Lone Wolf and series. So you can check out these things and that sort of a thing too. And then this is the first short stories. I went back to go check and see if there's anything more for me to check out because I was still in that mood. So I picked up a 2-volume collection of short stories that were published last year. So that's going to be happening next. That sort of a thing too. Now this world was created by him, and that sort of a thing too. In the fantasy genres, I read the game books when I was a kid, loved it lots. I've gone back and read for this channel the first 20 that all star Lone Wolf, and then I also have gone back and read some other books by other people that were still set in this world, like the Grey Star series rather, a 4-book series is set in Southern Magnamund, where you're a wizard, or Huntress ones that was published last year, or the 3 Autumn Snow books by Martin Charbonneau, all that stuff, and that sort of thing too. And so I've definitely loved this stuff. So he's definitely a big influence in my life, and I've actually written a game book just for fun for free. All right, so you can definitely check that stuff out. So basically, what's happening here is that this plot line continues from one story to the next. So in the first book, you find out that all the Kai have died in a surprise assault, and then they have also by the next door bad guys in Summerland, and then you're going to go tell that were led by a traitor of the Musicians Guild of Toron called Bontar. And so in the first book, you are Flight from the Dark. You are going to the capital to tell the king what's happened at your last survivor of the Kai. So in the second book, they have arrived and they've started to siege, and you only have 40 days. So you got to go in that 40 days and go get help from the folks in the next door and get an artifact, a sword called the Summer Sword, from a nearby neighbor, kind of like Rohan, and you guys are Gondor, if you will. It's not written like that, but you get the idea. With some bad guys in between, the wildlands, so you get to go head out there and then come back. So basically, this is set again in the city, just like I think like 5 or 6 of the ones, including the first one, and that sort of thing too. In fire, in the water, and that sort of thing too. The main character is a baker, and because of a lack of supplies, because of the siege that's happening, not a lot of stuff is going to follow. That sort of thing too. So supplies have dried up, and so you just don't have that much baking goods, and that sort of a thing too. And then the main character starts to go out and does a tour after finishing up his work for the day. He goes to a shop, and he sees that the lock pick. That this big lock that he'd been bought, since many people are now starving, they might do things. He actually bought a very nice lock. Very fancy lock a few days ago, and it was actually broken into. So he goes down there and he finds somebody who's a survivor of the Kai assault, and that sort of the thing too. That's about 3 or 4 pages into the 12-page short story, so I'll leave you there. I think this is a great thing. I think what happens here, the ending, the details, the world building, all great stuff, and so it's an incredibly strongly written short story for you folks, and then I'm giving Johnston here a 9 out of 10 for you folks. So there you are. So have you read this? And if so, what did you think about it? As a reminder, I'm not a trained, critic of literature or fiction or anything so like that, or even English. I didn't even study English major in college, right? So that means your opinion is going to be just as valid as mine is, right? We're all fans, and that sort of thing too. So you can check it out, all right? But then let me know what your thoughts are too. All right. And then, so I do, on Wednesday, I do something called older video game reviews. I've done the Fallout series. I've done Pool of Radiance, the Baldur's Gate series. I've done some things like Stellaris, 2 Point Museum, that sort of thing, just to check this out. And then on Saturday, do something I call Serial Saturday, which is dedicated to the forgotten movie storytelling genres of things like Dick Tracy serials, or Tarzan, or Zora, things like that too. I've done reviews on Flash Gordon, that sort of thing too, or the first season of Doctor Who from the 60s. I've also done those reviews too. On Monday, I do reviews of older RPGs like Dungeons & Dragons, Middle-earth role-playing game, or war games like Battletech and that sort of thing, to all the tabletop stuff. And then the other 3 days a week, I do older things that are read like this, and this in the science fiction, horror, and fantasy genres that we cover for you folks. So if those 7 older things sound like your cup of tea, then great. Welcome to the channel. Have a seat. I think you'll enjoy your time here quite a bit, right? Also, since we'll be doing a lot of these Lone Wolf things, you can also check it out too. So while you're here, do the subscribe button for that too, to be notified. So you'll be, and then also the bell icon to be notified of those videos, as well as also hit the like button, the share button, all that good stuff too. All the YouTube stuff. As you can tell from the passion of all those older things, as well as the title, The Worst Thing About New Books, is a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old stuff, right? And not that they're bad, they're not, but in our passion for the new stuff, we forgot that there are good stuff out there, right? Heavily influential, like Judd Everett. And that sort of a thing too. So there you are, and I wanted to thank you so very, very much for just taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my videos, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions too, right? So the fact that you spent this time with me is incredibly humbling, and I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.